Safe to say the drought is over. Oh my goodness. Whoa. And you said light rain. That's not light. That's definitely not light rain. Wow. Go on in. Oh, Bean! You out there? You out there? Oh no! I didn't know! I didn't know! It's okay. It's okay. It's raining pretty hard right now. Oh wow. Oh, that is nice. Mm. Wow. Oh my god. So juicy. Like super juicy. So it's dinner time and I'm gonna pick one of these to have with dinner. I'm not sure which one to pick. I guess just the one in front of me. They have had a little bit of slug damage, I think, but it's nothing major. It's just a few holes. But I suppose we just get under here and whoa, that's a lot of roots. Okay, this might be a two-handed thing. Oh no, there we go. First crop. Well, apart from the strawberry, and these peas are coming soon as well. Look, there's quite a few of them. We want to make sure we've got enough for a meal, so there's quite a few there, and there's quite a few on here. Well, not as many on this side, still some, and we've planted another batch of them down here at the bottom, so yeah, we'll have double the amount of peas for tea. And yeah, I'm going to take this in the house now. Actually, look, you can see a slug. Look, a little baby slug. Cheeky things. It's just started to rain and I've come to the garden. It is actually the night before I picked one of our lettuces, and it was actually very delicious. But tonight I'm gonna pick some peas, second harvest. So we're just gonna, I suppose, oh, they don't want to come off. Oh my goodness. Okay, not a one-handed job then. But we're gonna have these with our dinner tonight that Mum's cooking. I'm gonna have to I've got my hat here. I'm gonna put them in my hat. My hat's covered in cat fur. The rest of them seem a little bit wee. Let's leave the others on for a little bit longer. Is that enough for us? No, it's not. For dinner, but you know, it's the first harvest. Oh, plus, I was supposed to pick some of these last night with the lettuce, but unfortunately I forgot. Some of them have been nibbled a little bit. These are the, oh, someone really is nibbling them, look. What do you call them? Radishes. And then I've got to sow another batch of them. But the midges are out and it's raining, so I'm gonna have to skedaddle. Look at the size of these potatoes. And the strawberries are ripening up really nicely. Everything's looking great actually. I'll have to shut the tunnel for the night. We still need to put door stops on. We still got 3 more beds to fill, but it hasn't stopped raining. Beanie. Oh, such a good boy. Oh, lovely boy. Cute big baby. Yes. Big baby. Give everyone a hug, Beans. Beanie. Hey. Hey. Oh, Squeaky. Squeaky Beans. What is it? What is it? Okay. All right, so today we're going to do a bit of a garden update. What's the date? June, is it the 20th of June?
20th, I think.
June.
Yeah.
The 20th of June, and we're going to do a harvest. So this is the first big harvest.
Big. I don't know about big, but it's the first harvest.
Well, I think we might be surprised, you know. We might be. Anyway, we're going to show you everything. Everything's growing like mad at this time of year. So, yeah, we'll show you around the garden and the polytunnel.
Okay, so these are the onions that we planted. This is the first bed that we managed to get filled, if you remember. And we put the onions in here, and these were onion sets that we bought that were really quite small. And then these ones were a bit later, so these are younger ones here. But come and have a look at them. They're amazing.
I know, because if we look down here especially, look at their size. Look at that compared to my hand. Already.
I mean, you could start eating them now. If you wanted small onions.
Yeah, but still, I mean, they're decent size to cook with even now. I mean, look at this, guys. These are, I think, Red Baron, and I don't know what those are. Do you know what they are? These white ones?
I don't know.
I can't remember, but yeah. Oh, and there's not just onions in here, is there?
No, there's there were seeds in amongst the compost from our compost heap, and there are tomatoes actually growing in there. I think there's a few nettles.
Oh,
and
yeah.
There's that plant.
That's a tomato.
Yeah, there's that plant there.
That's a wildflower. Oh, and
We've got some nasturtiums.
nasturtium, and we've got beans. Beans and the beans.
Just boy beans. Squeaker.
Go.
And our second bed, you saw us building the pea arch. Look where the peas are. This is crazy.
Absolutely.
They are literally at the top of the arch.
Oh my goodness.
And the flowers on them are really quite beautiful. But it's got lots of peas on. Some of them we should have harvested already, but there weren't enough. So some of them are gone a bit, they're mange too, so they're supposed to be picked before they plump out. But I think there's enough here for a meal. What do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. And look how beautiful the flowers are.
They're gorgeous.
And look how pretty it looks on camera. Doesn't that look so good? I think we did a pretty good job.
Right, and the rest of this half of the pea arch, we have purple sprouting broccoli, and this is doing really well.
It's amazing.
It looks so healthy, and we, touch wood, not had any pests on it to speak of.
Oh, we did yesterday. There was some like white fly on.
And some whitefly, but they don't seem to have done anything.
No, I just blasted them off with the hose and then, yeah.
And we've got the parsley that we got in the supermarket and divided up and planted out, and that's doing really well. This is, well, these are 3 sunflowers, but they're miniature ones. And down here we've got some more sunflowers. And we've got our lettuces, which definitely need harvesting. But these have been nibbled by slugs.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We put some wool between them, and I think it has helped a lot because You know, they're not that bad, are they? Look, this one near the edge has got the most little holes. But the centres are fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are. They're pretty good.
So we're definitely going to be eating one of those.
Oh, and marigold.
Yeah, I
as well.
mentioned
Oh,
them.
right. Look how beautiful. They did really well.
And the other side of the pea arch has our obelisk, which has our sweet peas on it. When we originally did these beds, we had our beans in here, but they kind of died. The peas survived. So we replaced them with some other things, like I've just shown you in that bed. And in this one, we've put sweet peas. We've also got coriander from the supermarket, which we divided up once again. And look at the size of it.
It's huge. Look.
I mean, it costs 75p, and we've got so much more worth out of it by dividing it up. And these are radishes. I think these were Seeds of Scotland radishes, and they are phenomenal. Go down here through the undergrowth.
They've been eaten a little bit.
But they're massive.
What?
We've already tried a couple of these and they're delicious.
Yeah, definitely amazing.
These here are garlic, and you can see it needs weeding. And we've no idea what the garlic's doing under the ground, so it'll be like a lucky dip when we dig them up.
I'm excited.
It won't be yet though. We're going to let them grow. And more marigolds.
Oh, and 2 marigold plants here.
Yeah. So that's the first 3 beds. Let's look at the next.
Coriander. Very coriandery. Okay, I don't know why we've both been holding this basket.
Yeah, we keep carrying this basket
it's just
around.
Emotional support basket, you know.
It is.
Because we are actually about to do a harvest.
Yeah.
So this, as you can probably tell, is our corn bed. Now, we've had a little bit of trouble with the corn. It doesn't like the cold weather we had after the drought. We had some really cold weather and it went a bit yellow. But it's not yellow anymore. It's actually got the green back. It's growing again since the sun's come back out. Unfortunately though, Bunty has absolutely devastated a few of them.
Yeah.
I came out here one day and she just pecked loads and loads of leaves off, look.
She likes to do that sort of thing.
She does, and there's that one there. But these are the ones at the end here. We bought these ones. These 6,
Excuse
I think.
my shadow.
Yeah, these 6 here we bought, and from here, these 3 that way are all grown by us from seed. And you can see the ones we grew from seed were originally, when we put them in, much shorter, if you remember. And now they're actually taller than the ones that we bought from the shop, already pre-grown. So look how strong the stem is.
I kind of mentioned it when I was putting them in, wondering whether the ones we'd grown from seed would overtake these ones, and they have.
They have. They've become much stronger and more vigorous. You can see, look, this is where they kind of suffered a little bit in the cold weather we had. It's just died at the end.
It was cold and windy, wasn't it?
It was wet, cold and windy. And look, though, that's growth. And what's that in there? What's that cheeky flower? It's growing. It's growing from the middle, so it looks fine. It looks really healthy. Oh, and we did, I think, what is it called? I think it's called like the 3 Sisters method, where you plant beans in the bed. So the beans here, look, we sowed some more beans after our first batch died in the frost. You can see in here, look, runner beans, look at them growing up. So the idea is the corn grows up, the beans grow up the corn, and underneath you plant squash. So I've got a pumpkin here. See it there? A pumpkin growing, but it's not doing great, to be honest. I think that suffered a little bit in the cold snap we had as well. So yeah, hopefully it's got some flowers on, so hopefully it'll do something. But yeah, we're trying to get as much as possible out of our beds.
If you're wondering what these are, they're carrot thinnings. They're looking a bit sad.
Oh yeah, I don't think they were successful.
Carrots don't like being transplanted.
No, I don't think they were successful. Oh, and there's a really sad looking marigold. That was the runt. And another nasturtium, which is kind of variegated. It's really pretty. But yeah, that's the corn, and I'm quite happy with it at the moment. Let's hope we don't get any more cold weather.
Yeah, which is likely in Scotland.
We do live in Scotland. Okay, and
What's this? Our fourth bed, we have turnips. Now they're starting to look a little bit droopy because they need water, a lot of water, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, they were watered last night,
Yeah.
but as soon as the sun hits them, actually they're in shade now, thankfully, of the crabapple tree
Yeah.
up there, because it's the afternoon now. And yeah, they're like lettuce. They
Look.
don't like to be in the full sun.
Look how floppy the leaves have gone.
We've discovered, I don't know whether it's a thing, but yeah.
Yeah. And as you can see, the slugs have had a field day. I come out here every night and pick the little, hi bosoms, and I pick the little slugs off.
It's Mickey.
But you can see the slugs have kind of been winning
Yeah.
in some spots. However, look at the side. We got to harvest some of these because they're
The cat's pushing the
Bosom.
camera.
Hi, Maggie Listen. Hi, Maggie
This
Bosom.
is Maggie McGee.
Hi, Maggie.
Or Maggie Bosoms.
Maggie Bosoms. Yeah, so look how massive they are under here. These are supposed to just be salad turnips, and
Yeah,
you're supposed
so-
to pick them at a few
Bosoms,
inches.
do you mind?
You're supposed to pick them at a few inches, aren't you? Like wide.
2 inches, I think.
And some of these are more like 4. More like 4. Look, that's
We could
crazy.
have haggis, neeps and
Neeps and tatties, I know. All of them, actually, I'd say all of them were ready to pick. Some of them could wait a little bit longer.
yeah, that's
That's
a wee one.
a little tiddler. But yeah, I think we're going to pick some of these later, but they're doing really well. These are our beetroot. We didn't thin these out. Turns out each little beetroot seed has several seeds in one little seed.
Yeah, several sprouts
didn't
come
know
out of
this.
one single seed.
I didn't know this.
so-
I was so confused. I was like, I swear I just planted one seed per like module, but all these seeds grew. So they're kind of planted quite close together in bunches, but
You can see down here.
it's fine to do that.
you?
But you have to pick them early. You
Yeah.
can't wait until they get big and juicy, because obviously they're going to be all squashed against each other. Oh look, you can kind of see them in there.
Can you see them?
Yeah, look, can you see just
Oh yeah,
little bulbs?
tiny little bulbs under
Oh, so they are growing.
the surface. Cool.
Oh, that's nice.
I love the colour of the leaves.
I know, they're beautiful, aren't they? I really like beetroot, so I can't wait for these to
I
grow.
know.
I'm not sure when we're supposed to be harvesting them, but they look like they need to be quite a bit bigger. don't
Yeah, they do.
So we're going to have to wait, but these are ready. Okay, and our sixth
bed.
I said 4 before. I meant 5th, and that's 6th.
That's the 5th.
Right,
This is the 6th.
6th bed. So, as you can see, more onions. I went crazy and bought like a load of onion sets. So these were planted much later than the first bed you saw Mum talking about. And the bulbs are quite disappointing so far. Look, they're just teensy. They've got nothing on the first bed, look.
Yeah, but they have got time to catch up.
They do.
And it's good that they're not all going to ripen at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. So hopefully, maybe this might not be ready to harvest until like the back end, the autumn. So that's good, because then we do have 2 batches, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, we've also got bush beans, dwarf beans. These have struggled. We've lost one to slugs. As you can see, they're struggling. That one's not too bad.
Mm.
And they're doing better now the warmer weather's come along. These are some onions I grew from seed, which are actually growing. Little tiny bulbs, look, under there.
Yeah, yeah.
This is calendula flower,
You go around here.
a little row of calendula, which I'm hoping to use in some cosmetics actually. I'm going to make some like hand creams and face creams out of these, but I think I sowed them too late because they should be flowering by now, and they're just still like tiny little plants. Of course, we've got sunflowers. Now I planted these before those other ones that you saw earlier. They're the same variety.
But they're doing really well, aren't they?
They
They're
are.
really bushy.
They are looking great. This is going to be a really lush display. I think it's going to look really good. I
You
can't
might
wait.
have to support them a bit when the heads come out.
Well, apparently I got this variety because they were shorter and stockier for more exposed areas, so they withstand the wind better. And there's some slightly sad looking, these marigolds under here,
Marigolds.
and a, what are these
Nasturtium.
called? Yeah, nasturtium, yeah, that's it. Oh, and more bush beans at the end as well. Again, look at that.
I'm not sure what that's supposed
Look
to
at that.
be. What's that?
You know what? I've actually sown some more beans in the polytunnel, which you'll see later. But look, the slugs just. Oh, Bunty pecked the first leaves off here. That's why.
Yeah.
But the
See, the other
slugs
beds have got. We put some
Awesome.
wire around these two beds.
And then gave up when we got to these three.
Yeah, we should put some around these as well, just to stop the birds. Well, Bunty and the chickens sounds like a band.
Bunty and the chicken.
To stop them from just, wandering past and having a quick swipe. And
Which they
manage
do. They're cheeky.
Yeah.
See, having animals is just look at this animal here. Cheeky. They're just cheeky little things.
Oh, buzzers.
Right, so there are sad looking beans, and I think we're going to move on to the last bed we've got filled at the moment.
Yeah. So this is the 7th bed, and here we have some we have a nasturtium, and these are cabbages, which are very, very small, grown from seed. This is chard, which is also very small.
Yeah.
And these are onions, grown from seed.
Yes, all
which
of this
are
is
also
grown from
So
seed.
these are all grown from seed, and this is the only surviving. What is it?
Squash.
Squash. The only surviving one from our first batch that we put out too early and died in the
Yeah,
frost.
they all died from frost. So yeah.
So yeah, we have actually managed to get 7 beds filled, and the last 2 here, we're hoping to get these filled before the end of the season and maybe put some late crops in these ones.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we've got leeks.
We've got leeks overwintering, and we could maybe put some sprouts in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but
Oh, we've got all the lettuce sown in there. So we need some beds for lettuce and leeks.
it's a lot of work filling these beds. We've got to cut the plastic out. We've got to weed it, fluff the ground underneath up a bit. We've got to sift some topsoil, put it on, and then we've got to put compost on, and then we've got to put some bags of bagged compost on, and
It's a lot of
so
work.
it is in the heat a lot of work. But that's the garden, isn't it? It's hard work. But once these beds are filled, next year we're not going to have to do this.
That's what
We're
we
not
keep
gonna have
telling
to fill
ourselves.
them. We've started this garden this year, and we've had to build it literally from scratch. Build everything, and fill the beds, and grow the plants. Alex has done just about all of the sowing of the seeds.
I think we've done a great job.
And next year we won't have to do all the building parts.
No.
We can just plant things out. It's going to be so much easier.
I know.
Although,
I'm
having
looking
said
forward to next
that,
year.
we have got more plans
Oh yeah,
for things that we
definitely.
need to complete the garden.
Oh, actually, what's that behind you?
It's
This
kind of a nursery here.
is like our little plant nursery. So we've still got some things in here that need planting out. There are a few. These are some sad looking garlic, but I planted they were the wrong garlic for the time of year. There's some more growing over there. So they should have been planted like in the autumn, and I put them in there in the spring, so not great. We've got some herbs that need planting out. These are more onions that I grew from seed. We've got a few more chard there. These are celery, which don't look great.
Oh, that's some grass growing.
Yeah, that's some grass, some lovely juicy grass. There's calendula, more calendula. They are the seeds that I grew from our mudlarking flower mix. What are they called?
Is that teasel?
Oh, teasel.
Teasel.
Yeah, so I collected these when we were out mudlarking these seeds, and as you can see, they're growing, and they're perennials, so they won't flower this year. They'll flower next year, hopefully. Oh, I sowed way too many broccoli, and that's the excess. As you can see, there's a lot of it, and I have no idea what we're going to do with it all. We've got more herbs, and they're the rest of the turnips. Look how they're flowering. They're flowering.
That's crazy.
There.
The poor things.
The poor things.
They're bonsai turnips.
We didn't have any more room for them, so oh, poor things. Yeah, more herbs. They're the leeks, and you know what? I forgot to tell you the other day that you know those turnips I sowed like months ago.
Oh, and you
they
said
didn't
they
grow.
hadn't germinated.
Well,
They suddenly germinated.
Yeah. Well, not
Wow.
all of them. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 have germinated.
I think turnips can be grown over the winter as well.
No, these are parsnips.
Parsnips. Oh, okay.
So I don't know if they'll come, like anything will become of them. Maybe it's the weather.
You said turnips.
Did I?
Mm.
Okay, these are parsnips. Okay, they're parsnips.
Confusing me.
So do you think it was the hot weather and they didn't like it or something? Why
Who
didn't they
knows?
grow?
Listen to that bird.
No, what is that? Is that a blackbird?
Beautiful.
Blackbird up there.
Stops now when we listen.
Yeah. Anyway, that is our nursery of slightly sad-looking seedlings.
Oh, and there's our trees. Also a mudlarking find. When we were down the bank side, we found all these little sprouting beech nuts, and I thought I would put them in pots and see if I could make trees out of them.
And you did, because
Yeah.
we've got a whole army here, look. A whole army of beech trees. How cool is that? And I've got some plants here, and I thought this was... I thought this was comfrey, but it's not. And I don't know what it is. Look, it's going to seed. I put it in these pots, and I don't know what it is. So, yeah, I guess we'll find out when it flowers. Oh, so we were about to go in the polytunnel, but we've still got some more out here to show you.
More sweet peas. These kind of are behind the other ones. They're not growing as well. It might be because they're in a pot and they're not.
No, you know what I did? So apparently you're supposed to like pull the middle out of the sweet peas to make them go bushy.
Bushy.
So I did with these sweet peas. That's what I did. I pulled the middle out so they'd bush out some more. But they are not growing half as well as the ones in the bed, which I didn't do that with. You
Yeah.
look at the
So it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
yeah, it's like, is that
Some
the right
of these
thing to
rules and regulations, you have to do this and you have to do
know.
that. Sometimes you just
do? Don't.
let things grow.
I know. So yeah, I don't think I'm do that again because they are less than half the size of the ones in the bed that I didn't pick the middle out of. So
Yeah.
and these have got flower buds on them, look, already.
They just look so healthy.
I know.
And these are the potatoes. They're in buckets, but you can't see the buckets because
They're under there.
they're so bushy and healthy looking.
They're
So, yeah.
amazing.
Even the orphan potato bucket is doing well.
You can't tell. It blends in with the
It's
big boys.
caught up with the others.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we've got the strawberries still going on here. There's a few in here that we can pick. This one's got this over to protect it.
Yeah, we're going to pick those afterwards.
These are like wild strawberries that we found growing behind the barn, behind the wall. Carrots, which are doing quite well.
Yeah, I thinned the ones out in this bucket, which are the ones you saw in the other bed.
Yeah,
But I've not thinned these two out. We're just going to see
we're
how
just
it goes.
going to leave them
Yeah.
in and see what happens because they're very fiddly.
Yeah,
to-
they are.
We don't like thinning things and then throwing it away.
I know, I can't do it.
This is supposed to be a pot of chives, but they have not, they've barely grown an inch since we put them out
They're
here.
so disappointing. I sowed those months ago and they've not done a single thing. And I don't know why. If anyone knows what I'm doing wrong with the chives, please let me know because look
And
at them.
it's not that they're too dry. This has got much.
I water them. They're in good compost. I sowed them like in April or something, and look at them. Anyway,
This is chamomile,
oh,
and it's really
it's
pretty.
beautiful. Look at that. It's suddenly shot up, and hopefully you can make some tea out of these, because it's all flowering now.
They're like little daisies, aren't they?
Yeah, so cute.
And what are these again?
These are those long things. What do you call them? Those things.
Marrows. Are they?
No, the things that Americans have a different word for.
Zucchinis. Americans call them zucchini.
Yes,
We
what do
call
we-
them
courgettes.
Courgettes.
They're courgettes. So you're about to see in the polytunnel the one that we planted in the polytunnel versus the ones that we put outside. And yeah, you're about to see the difference. So let's have a look in the polytunnel. Oh, and this is something I need to do because look, stand back. The elder is flowering and it is growing twice the size as it was at the start of the season. And it's ready for making cordial. And the whole place smells of these flowers.
Which isn't the nicest smell in the world.
I think they smell lovely.
Oh, actually, the flowers
The
do.
flowers smell amazing.
The
Look
leaves
at that.
smell disgusting.
How pretty.
They smell like elderflower cordial.
Makes sense, really. Anyway, yeah.
Well, some of them are finished already, growing into berries.
I know. I'm going to leave them, actually. I wasn't going to leave them. I was going to chop it after I harvested the flowers, but I'm going to leave them to go turn into berries. But there is more than enough on here this year to make cordial out of. Anyway, look at this. Look at this.
It's a bit cooler in here now. I had to open the other side because
Yeah.
it was far too hot.
Oh, I know. But this is a polytunnel and everything's really taken off, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm back again.
Yeah, so this is our polytunnel, if you didn't guess.
Yeah, if it wasn't obvious.
And Alex is going to tell us all about what's growing in here.
I certainly am. Now, here we've got our cucumber gherkins. I'm not sure whether you call them gherkins now, or are they only gherkins? The fruit
They're
is
cucumber
gherkins.
plants.
Cucumber plants, okay.
But
well,
you pick them when they're small and you can make pickled gherkin, dill pickle, whatever you want to call it.
yeah. Yeah, so basically they were half the size when we put them in. They've doubled in size. We've got gherkins. Look, gherkins growing on them. And flowers. That's a male flower, but there's a female. We've got a gherkin.
How many times can you say
Gherkin.
gherkin?
This one has...
There's one down there that's humongous.
This one's shriveled up.
A shriveled gherkin.
Shriveled gherkin. And this was the first gherkin. And take a look at this.
Look at this bad boy.
It's huge. That is
Look at it.
a
That's
chunky
crazy.
gherkin that needs picking. It's probably overdue actually because they're just supposed to be like little things, but we wanted to save it.
Well, they can be, you know.
Yeah, I think we might have to chop it up because I want to. The idea is that I wanted to pickle these and make pickled gherkins
Yeah.
like with dill and mustard seeds. So that's what's going to happen to these, and we're going to eat them
Can't wait.
on our sandwiches and burgers and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, this is all the basil that we bought from the supermarket and then split
And
up.
divided up once again.
I
It
picked
hasn't grown as well as the other herbs outside.
No, it hasn't.
But it smells gorgeous.
It does, and you do that. Wow.
Mm.
But I picked the middle out. Look, I snapped the top off, and then they all have shot out from the sides.
Yeah, so they're going to bush out.
So hopefully there will be enough here to harvest.
Oh, the smell. It's
I
making me
know,
feel hungry.
Isn't it? It feels so good to do that. It's like, we've got our peanuts. There's only 2 in this pot, but you can see from when I planted them, they're growing quite well, and they've still got growth on them. So I'm still hopeful for some peanuts, but this shouldn't be on here.
And we know that the peanuts grow under the soil. Someone mentioned it in our comments.
Yeah.
We didn't think we knew.
Oh no, we know. We
do.
I put a few in here, but the one they didn't like being transplanted. And look, they're getting surrounded by weeds. Look.
Yeah, we need to weed in here as well.
This is a pepper I grew from seed. I grew this from a pepper we had for tea. For
it was
dinner.
one of those sweet chilies.
Yeah, sweet chili pepper, and I think it has a little bud coming out on it. But unfortunately, I think I planted it a bit late. And
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to plant them in the UK quite early. Oh, and we've got at the end there a melon.
This is a grape in a little pot, a grapevine. And this is the big daddy grapevine.
So we bought this years ago. Look, it's all the way up here. Oh my goodness, where are you going? Where are you off to? Look at this. So we bought this years ago. Well, you bought it years ago, and we
It's
neglected
supposed to be
it.
able to grow it outside. So I grew it outside, and then I forgot about it because it was put at the bottom of the garden.
And
the weeds grew up around it, and I forgot it was there.
Yeah, we neglected it.
And then years later, I thought, oh, it'll be dead. I'll go and get the pot.
We pulled it out.
And it was still alive.
It had leaves all over it.
That was last year.
No, that was like 2 years ago. That was a few years ago.
Right.
Last year we put it in.
It was around the back, and then we brought
repotted
it
it.
around the front and repotted it, and now we brought it in here, and it's never been this big.
No, it's growing like mad since we put it in here, like crazy.
It's so healthy.
So the plan is to actually grow it up here, to trail it
Along the crop bars.
We might be ducking in here next year at this rate.
There'll be beautiful bunches of grapes hanging. Yeah.
Hopefully. No, I
can't imagine
no,
it.
I've got everything crossed for grapes.
So when I was a child in Australia, we had lots and lots of grapes growing outside, of course.
I can't even imagine that. If
yeah.
we could get even just one grape in here in Scotland,
I know, it'd be so
I'd
exciting.
happy. Oh, down here we've got loofahs. So this one I planted really early has just done nothing but suffer its whole life. Look at it.
Look good.
This is the one I planted a bit later, and we started off well, but this is also shooting up. It's got some buds on it, but
it's not very big.
It's not very big. It's not very lush. It's not very big. I think I need to sow them a lot earlier and grow them in the house into decent sized plants before I bring them out here.
Some things we sowed far too early, and some things we sowed far too late.
Yeah.
But it's our first year, and we've been busy with a lot of other things as well.
Well, we had to build the whole garden from scratch. I mean,
Oh,
talking about things we sowed too early. Here are our tomatoes.
I'm amazed these tomatoes are even alive. It was literally winter when we sowed them.
I know, way too early. I've got a fly trying to get into my eyeballs. Leave me. There's two varieties of tomatoes here. One of them is called like Elsa Craig, and then I forgot what the other one is, but there's like a salad tomato and a cherry tomato.
They're from Seeds of Scotland, aren't they?
Seeds of Scotland. Yeah. They are covered in flowers, and we do have some little tomatoes forming. Look, you see that? Down there.
Hang on, zoom in.
There.
Oh, there we go.
Little mini tomatoes. So they're growing, they're really healthy, they're doing really well. There's no pests on them. It doesn't look like they've got any disease or anything. So healthy. But I know people probably said, we've not released the video yet, but the video of us planting them, I can already hear people telling us we planted them too close together. We know we planted them too close together.
Yeah, but they're holding each other up.
These are not, they're going to be up here. And they're probably going to be out here.
Well, we had too many and we didn't want to... We didn't want to
There
actually
goes
throw any out, so we just crammed them all in. Anyway,
you know,
let's see how they turn out.
I think it's gonna be just fine. That we'll just have to leave them to fight it out, and I think they will. Okay, so we've got obviously the marigolds, and the marigolds that we planted in here are humongous.
Wow, yeah, they're doing so well, much better than the outside ones.
I tried to put some peanuts in here, transplant them again. I don't think I'll try and transplant peanuts again. They didn't like it.
They don't like
They're just dying. That's another pepper, which looks pretty good, but I think the tomatoes will just, kill it. That fly wants your eyeballs now.
I know, the fly's after me now.
Yeah, I think the tomato will actually end up just smothering it, so it's probably a bad idea to put it there. And Big Daddy's in the way, but do you remember the courgette outside? You're gonna have to go wide.
That is humongous.
The courgettes outside, look at the one in here compared to the ones outside.
With those two in that pot.
Absolutely ginormous courgette. Look, it's got flowers coming out on it down here, and I think behind that flower is a tiny, I don't know if you can see, it looks fat. Is that a courgette behind that flower?
Could be.
I hope so. So very soon we're going to be harvesting some courgettes because they grow super quickly once the fruit appears. They grow really quick.
Yeah,
so you've got to harvest them fast. So I'm chuffed with that. That's growing amazing. Well, that's that side of the polytunnel anyway.
This is one of Alex's houseplants. It's an Alocasia regal shield. And she just
It
told
is.
me that.
It is, yeah. And it wasn't doing very well, but it's growing. So I think it might like it in here, but I'm not sure.
We've got 2 more pots of peanuts, which, look, those ones look pretty good.
Yeah, I think they're doing really well. Look at that.
And here we have some blueberry bushes we brought in because they weren't doing that good outside. We need to repot them, but they've got berries on them.
Yes, look, covered
Look
in
at them.
berries. Covered in berries, look. We were worried the birds were going to eat the berries, and 2, during the wind and rain we had a few weeks ago, they were just getting,
Yeah,
you know,
obliterated.
yeah, they were doing really badly.
This is some more corn, which we grew from seed, and it's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
So if any of that corn doesn't look like it's going to grow, we can replace it with this.
The ones
We
that
might-
Bunty ate.
Yeah, we might
I think.
stick some of this in one of the next beds that we fill as well. And here is a tray of seedlings. We still have some tomatoes in pots.
Yeah.
We just got nowhere to put
I
them.
know. What are we supposed to do? I mean, they've got flowers on and everything, but
Eventually we might have another bed on this side.
yeah.
We're going to have a potting bench across the back here until we can get a potting shed made. But in the meantime, we just have to do what we can do. I'm not sure what these are. What are these?
These are peppers that I have no room for,
Peppers?
and a runts. But I
You'll
couldn't.
have to say what these are.
I
'cause-
couldn't bear killing them, so they're just suffering in little pots.
Yeah, these are seeds that we've just recently sown, and they've come up really quickly, haven't they?
So we've got more bush beans in here because, as you saw outside, some of them are really suffering. So I thought I'd try another batch. And most of this is lettuce. So the other day we sowed some lettuce. We've got these are 6-year-old seeds almost, and they are spinach seeds.
Is that the perpetual spinach?
I can't remember. Some sort of spinach, maybe perpetual. I don't know. But I only sowed these a few days ago, and they're doing really well.
I love spinach.
We've got some rocket, which is growing really well.
I love rocket.
The germination of these isn't great. I don't know what they are. They're a little gem lettuce variety. We've got these ones here, which are Marvel of 4 Seasons lettuce, and this one's got a very crazy name, Hyper Red Rumple Wave.
These are seeds of Scotland, aren't they?
Yeah, I think these are seeds of Scotland apart from the spinach.
Yeah, which is an old one.
So most of those are growing really well.
There's these as well.
Oh, and these are the golden berries that I have been growing. The ones in the house are massive, but as you can see, they've got little lanterns all over them. Oh, look under there. Tiny little lanterns with fruits in the middle of them, so I cannot wait to
Exciting.
harvest those.
And finally, I think, our lemon tree with lemons on it. That's it.
No, but it's doing really well, isn't it? Since we bought
Yeah.
it from the supermarket, it's done
And
super well.
You know what?
Hi, Beanie.
The lemon blossom smells absolutely gorgeous, but Alex can't smell
I
it.
can't smell it.
And I wonder
What's
if
wrong
there's
with me?
anyone out there who also cannot smell lemon blossom?
Well, I can smell it when I get really close, and it's a really faint but pleasant smell.
When I come in, the smell almost knocks me out.
I
It's
can't
so
imagine
strong.
that. I cannot smell it.
It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Is that a thing? Lemon blossom smell blindness?
I don't know.
Anyway, it's growing. It's got so many blossoms on it. The blossoms just keep coming. But we've actually pulled off some of the lemons because we don't want it to, be overwhelmed.
Yeah, we might have to take off a few more because it's quite young.
And it's growing lots of new baby leaves as well. So I
Yeah.
think it must be happy in the new soil we put it in.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anyway, that's the polytunnel update. And now we've got to go and pick some.
Yes,
produce.
I'm looking forward to this bit. Oh, we've got a mini polytunnel as well, which just has some peppers in. These are, ginger, but nothing is coming up. I got a ginger from the supermarket and just planted it, but nothing's happening. These are wildflowers, nothing's happening. Basil that we sowed, but they look like they're suffering a little bit. And these are the beans some of the beans that died and the squashes. So as you can see, death. But
It's also a dumping ground.
it's a dumping ground for all of our pots and stuff. There's a tomato growing in that one. I was like, what on earth? So I kept it going. And some of them though, some of the beans actually little
Whoops.
nettle. And yeah, some of the beans are still alive, so I'm keeping them in here. Maybe I can plant them out. Look at that. Look, the tomato growing outside of that one.
Oh, God.
But anyway, yeah, this is kind of just, we're using it as a bit of a shed at the minute. Right, so I suppose it's just take this one at the front.
Yeah, take that one.
How does one harvest?
Twist, I think.
Twist. Oh, that was much easier than the first time. It's got a bit of slug damage, but overall it's quite a healthy lettuce, isn't it?
Yeah, look at the size of it. It looks great.
Wow. I just pulled the whole thing up last time, you know.
Did you? The roots?
Roots and everything.
I think they'll just rot in there
Yeah.
and help to fertilise the ground.
I think that's better.
But when
that's
we pull
a good
the
idea.
rest of them up, we can sow something else or put some more seedlings in there.
Okay. So the ones that have grown into actual peas, look, the fat pod. What are we picking those?
I think we should leave the fat ones to develop into seeds for next year.
What about the semi-fat ones?
I know.
You know what? We could harvest the peas out and eat them.
Pick
couldn't
all
we?
the thin ones, and if we've got enough, we'll leave the fatter ones to go to seed.
Okay. Oh, this one started flowering as well. So we grew a second batch.
Oh yes.
And I've just picked the first pea of our second batch.
When the first peas were put in, they died at the bottom, and so to be on the safe side, we sowed a second lot and planted them along the bottom, and they've covered up the dead bits at the bottom. So,
Oh my goodness, there's loads of them.
isn't it exciting? You know, you put in a lot of work in your garden, and then reaping the rewards. Got sowing on the brain. Reaping the rewards.
Wow, there's loads. There's like plenty here for tea. That one's a little bit wee. They're a bit wee.
And
Okay.
this wool we put up here for the birds, the nesting materials,
Oh yes, I forgot. I was going to mention that. I thought.
because the
You might be a bit
swallows
confused.
were taking that wool down there, so we thought we'd put some nicer wool up there for them.
That might be it. There's not as many on this side. There's not as many on this side.
It's
as
funny
it
because
does.
this is the sunnier side.
Yeah,
Although both sides are just as sunny.
yeah. But there's not as many on this side. Anyway, these are too fat, so I'm going to leave those to, and then we can use the peas to sow next year.
But we got enough for the two of us for
Oh yeah,
for dinner.
I think we do. Okay, so next,
I think some radishes.
these are massive. Right, are you ready?
Ooh.
What? So, do we just pull and then put those in the compost?
Yep.
So, I'm just going to put those to one side and then just pick the radish. Look at the size of them. That's had a big munch out of it though.
Something's been munching
Something's
away.
been munching our radishes.
Oh well, we can still eat it.
Oh my goodness. Look how giant. Oh, are they even supposed to be that long? Is that a normal radish?
You get all sorts of different shaped radishes as well. I've seen round ones and long ones.
Wow, oh my goodness. That is actually gymongous. These are the, again, Seeds of Scotland radishes, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm
The
just
Seeds
gonna...
of Scotland things seem to have done really well, which isn't surprising really because they were bred in Scotland
Yeah,
and they're used to
so
the Scottish conditions. So
they're better suited to our environment, aren't they?
yeah,
So that's a good tip. If you're going to buy seeds, buy some seeds grown in your area.
yeah, buy local.
Wow, I don't know how many to pick.
That's a nice one.
Why does it feel hollow? Is it supposed to be hollow?
Maybe
Have
we
we
left them in too
left
long
them a
and they've
bit
gone
long?
hollow. Bite it in half.
I don't know, there might be like worms inside them.
But they grow really quickly, so we
Yeah, maybe
we
we
could
throw
easily
some
put
more.
another batch in.
Okay, so another batch, and look at that one. And yeah, definitely pick them a little bit sooner because I don't think you're supposed to leave them to get this big.
No.
But I mean, that doesn't seem hollow. That's quite large. Right, let's move on. I think we've got enough. Oh, it's got like holes in the bottom. I hope nothing's tried to get in.
Don't know.
But yeah, look at that.
That is so
Little
cute.
squat little turnip. Okay, this one is really big as well. I'm going to pick the big ones. Oh yeah, it's got slugs hiding in the bottom.
Oh, okay.
But it still looks really good.
I mean, you could leave the leaves on until we get into the house.
Do you think so?
Mm.
I thought we could just put them straight on the compost. But yeah, okay, I'll leave them on. Yeah, look.
Let me smell it. Oh, yum. Yeah. Slugs.
This one looks quite huge.
Oh,
Oh, wow. That's the biggest one. And is there anything else? I mean, some of these you could probably harvest. What do you think?
yeah. I think we should leave them, they'll stay fresher here than picked.
Yeah, I think, oh, this one. Okay, 2 more.
That's it.
So, look.
Ooh,
Look at our crop. Ah,
yummy.
isn't that crazy?
Can't wait to eat them.
I know.
Our basket is looking quite full.
I didn't think we'd have root vegetables so quickly, but we do. Okay, I think we've got one more thing.
Yeah. And that is the strawberries.
Oh, this is nice.
We've already eaten a couple.
We have already. Look,
Mmm.
so scrumdiddlyumptious. Oh, whoops.
You'll have to eat that one now.
Is that one ripe enough, do you think? I reckon.
It's not quite right.
No,
but
I think I might leave that.
that one.
That one.
That one is.
Okay, now we've got quite a
Are there
few
any
in
in
here,
here?
I think. There's quite a few. I'll have to put those. For some reason, the ones in these pots have grown much bigger than the ones in the big pot.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Who knows?
Look, an entire
that's
bunch.
a nice one. It's so juicy looking. Some in this pot as well. Look at those.
They smell amazing. Is there any? Is that one ripe?
Possibly.
Right. So altogether, we have got quite a big harvest of fruit and hi Beanie. Fruit and wow! Oh my! I didn't know there were so many ripe strawberries. Look,
Look at those. Mmm.
there's so many of them. Oh my goodness! We've got radishes, we've got turnips, we've got peas, and we've got a lettuce. So we're going from having no garden at all to in a few months having all this fresh produce. I think we've done an amazing job.
I know. Not to mention the herbs that are ready to pick, but we don't need any just now. So
No,
we'll
we
leave them.
don't. So, oh, one more thing in the
What?
polytunnel. My pickle.
Oh, your pickle. We'll have to pick the pickle.
Oh, and these is also crop
Yeah, we
that
can't
is
do that today.
ready to harvest, but I don't have enough time to do this
Yeah.
today now. Okay, let's release him. Look
Whoa.
at that chunker. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
I don't think we'll But I don't think we've quite got enough
No.
for a jar of pickles yet.
Do you think it would be wrong just to pickle one pickle? Could I?
Be a bit of a waste.
Yeah, but
pickle
could I
one.
put this in a jar to pickle it and then add the others if they ripen, or do I have to do all at the same time? That's the question.
You'll probably have to do them all at the same time.
Okay, well, I'll just keep it in the fridge cool because in a few days these are going to be ready. A few more of these are going to be ready. So,
Yeah, you could
wow.
always eat it with a salad.
Feel the weight of that feel the weight of that basket.
Wow, it's quite heavy.
Wow, that's all fruit and vegetables within a few months, and the season isn't even halfway through yet. So I suppose we're going to have some of this for tea tonight. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed our first harvest and the tour of our garden so far. It was yeah, it was nice to show everyone around, wasn't it?
Yeah, fantastic.
We're very proud of what we've achieved so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see you again next week, I suppose.